Allocation of seats in the Constituent Assembly of India, 1946. When the Constituent Assembly of India was formed in 1946, there were three groups that were allocated seats in the Assembly: British Indian Provinces, Princely States, also called Indian States, and Chief Commissioners' Provinces. The British Indian Provinces were made up of 11 provinces and were allocated 292 seats in the Constituent Assembly. These provinces included areas like Madras, Bombay, Bengal, and Punjab. The princely states were allocated 93 seats in the Constituent Assembly. These were independent states that were ruled by a king or prince, and they were spread across the Indian subcontinent. The Chief Commissioners' Provinces were made up of 4 small provinces that were not part of the British Indian Provinces. These provinces were allocated 4 seats in the Constituent Assembly. So, in total, there were 389 seats allocated in the Constituent Assembly of India in 1946. Results of the elections to the Constituent Assembly, July-August 1946. Elections to the Constituent Assembly of India were held in July-August 1946, and the results were as follows. Congress won 208 seats. The Indian National Congress was a political party that fought for India's independence from British rule. It was the largest party in the Constituent Assembly, and many of its leaders played key roles in the making of India's constitution. Muslim League won 73 seats. The All India Muslim League was a political party that represented the interests of the Muslim community in India. Its leader, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was a vocal advocate for the creation of a separate Muslim state, which eventually led to the partition of India in 1947. Unionist Party, Unionist Muslims, Unionist Scheduled Castes, Krishak Praja Party, Scheduled Castes Federation, 6, Non-Congress Party, Communist Party, and Independents won 1 seat each. These were smaller political parties or independent candidates that had limited representation in the Constituent Assembly. In total, there were 296 seats in the Constituent Assembly, and the above parties and independent candidates won those seats. The Indian National Congress was the largest party and played a significant role in shaping the constitution, with their leaders serving on important committees and playing an active role in the drafting process. Community-wise representation in the Constituent Assembly, 1946. The Constituent Assembly of India, which was formed in 1946, had members from various communities, and their representation is listed as follows. Hindus, 163 members of the Constituent Assembly were Hindus, which made up the largest community in the Constituent Assembly. Muslims, there were 80 Muslim members in the Constituent Assembly. The members of the All India Muslim League were mostly Muslims, and they advocated for the creation of a separate country for Muslims called Pakistan. Scheduled Castes, 31 members of the Constituent Assembly belonged to Scheduled Castes, which were communities that were historically oppressed and discriminated against in Indian society. The Scheduled Castes included groups such as Dalits and Untouchables. Indian Christians, there were 6 members in the Constituent Assembly who belonged to the Indian Christian community. Backward Tribes, 6 members of the Constituent Assembly belonged to backward tribes, which were communities that were historically marginalized and underrepresented in Indian society. 6. Anglo-Indians and Parsas, 4 members of the Constituent Assembly were 6, 3 were Anglo-Indians, and 3 were Parsas. These were smaller communities that had limited representation in the Constituent Assembly. In total, there were 296 members in the Constituent Assembly, and they represented various communities across India. The Assembly was tasked with drafting the Constitution of India, that would shape the future of the country, its governance and its citizens for years to come. State-wise membership of the Constituent Assembly of India as on December 31, 1947. When the Constituent Assembly of India was formed in 1946, seats were allocated to different provinces, also known as Indian provinces, and princely states, also known as Indian states. The representation for each province and state was as follows. A. Provinces. Madras, 49 seats. Bombay, 21 seats. West Bengal, 19 seats. United Provinces, 55 seats. East Punjab, 12 seats. Bihar, 36 seats. CP and Berar, 17 seats. Assam, 8 seats. Orissa, 9 seats. Delhi, 1 seat. Ajmer Merwara, 1 seat. Coorg, 1 seat. Princely states. There were a total of 70 princely states represented in the Constituent Assembly. Some states had multiple seats while others were represented by just one member. The groups and the number of seats from each group are as follows. Sikkim and Cooch Behar Group, 1 seat. Tripura, Manipur, and Khasi States Group, 1 seat. UP States Group, 1 seat. Eastern Rajputana States Group, 3 seats. Central India States Group, 3 seats, including Bundelkhand and Malwa. Western India States Group, 4 seats. Gujarat States Group, 2 seats. Deccan and Madras States Group, 2 seats. Punjab States Group, 3 seats. Eastern States Group 1, 4 seats. Eastern States Group 2, 3 seats. Residuary States Group, 4 seats. There were also some individual states like Alwar, Bhopal, Kochi, Gwalior, Indore, Mysore, Patiala, and Udaipur that were given representation in the Constituent Assembly. In total, there were 299 seats allocated to provinces and princely states in the Constituent Assembly of India when it was formed in 1946.